What is going on, you guys? This is Tech HD coming at you with a brand new video, and I'm excited about this video because this is a gaming monitor that I've honestly been waiting for a while now. We're going to be taking a look at BenQ's new EX2710U, the 27-inch monitor that supports HDMI 2.1, so we could game at 4K at up to 120Hz on the Xbox Series X and the PS5. Very similar to the 32-inch version that I reviewed a few months back. I'll leave a link down in the description below so that you guys can go check it out. But BenQ added a ton of features, so let's take a look at what it all comes with, talk about the specs and features, show you guys some example footage, and then give you guys my overall thoughts. So now, taking a look at what we get in the box, we got the quick start guide, the backplate cover, the base, the arm, the AC/DC adapter, the power cord, a display cable, a HDMI 2.1 cable, a USB Type A to Type B cable, and lastly the remote. Taking a look at the ports, we got a power port, 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, a DisplayPort version 1.4, a headphone port, a USB Type B upstream port, and 4 USB 3.0 downstream ports. On the bottom there is a power button, the 5-key navigator, an input select button, and a mic mute button. On the bottom there is a 2-channel built-in speaker with the ambient light sensor in the middle. You also have an HDRi button on the bottom right. And lastly, there is a 5-watt subwoofer on the back. To install the base, the arm just clicks in place and can be easily removed by pressing the button. The monitor is also VESA mount compatible, and the backplate cover just clicks in as well. The arm is just with a simple thumb screw. No tools are required, and the arm has a hole to route the cables to keep everything organized. So, taking a look at the specs, it is a 27-inch IPS panel that has local dimming. It supports 4K up to 144Hz due to it having an HDMI 2.1 and has a PPI of 163. It supports HDR 10 and is display HDR 600 certified. It has an average brightness of 300 nits but has a peak brightness of 600 nits in HDR. It has a 1 millisecond MPRT response time and a 1 millisecond gray to gray, and supports AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. And lastly, it has a 98% P2 color accuracy. All of these and more in the EX2710U is retailing for $899. The EX2710U has a built-in 2.1 channel speakers and is paired with Trevolo audio to improve the treble, mid-range, and bass. But as the same thing as the EX3210U, it's also powered by BenQ's DPS technology to augment depth, clarity, bass definition, presence, and enhanced stereo field imaging, and just like the EX3210U, the audio quality does not disappoint. When it comes to story-driven games, playing multiplayer, and watching movies and TV shows, the voice clarity, presence, and bass sounded overall amazing. The monitor has 5 audio presets, which are FPS, cinema, racing games, sports games, and pop/live. So let's have a listen and do some audio tests and hear how the presets affect the audio. Now, I will like to say, if the built-in speakers do not interest you, then you can simply skip this part of the video by using the timeline in the description down below. I do these tests for the selected group of people that really care about built-in speakers on monitors, so make sure to listen with headphones.
A strikeout pitcher, and the thing about it is he'll throw strikes early but then start teasing the zones, and that's what the great ones do. You got to make sure you elevate him, get him out over the plate. That's the only way you're going to have a chance.
Bottom of the first, now the third baseman DJ LeMahieu. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field, and that one is out of here.
You know this. No one, not even you, can kill everyone.
You ready, John?
I get what I deserve. So give me reason to prove me wrong, to wash this memory clean. Let the flaws cross the distance in your eyes. Give me reason to fill this hole, connect the space between. Let it be enough to read.
Now, just like their EX2710U, this monitor also offers a new AI noise cancelling microphone, and this built-in microphone is compatible for the PC, Mac, PS5, and PS4, and there are two modes, omnidirectional, and that captures audio in 360 degrees, and then there's the private mode, and what that does is it picks up only what's in front of the monitor, but also uses AI deep learning to filter out ambient noises, like the clicking of a keyboard and the fans on the PC. So let's test both of these modes out and see how they perform. So what you guys are hearing right now is the audio coming directly from the EX2710U, and just to let you guys know, as far as the settings I have it set to about 100 on the computer itself, and then in the settings of the monitor, I have the sensitivity set to about 7, I have the polar panel set to about omnidirectional. We're going to take a look at private mode in a second, and the noise cancellation set to about 1. I feel like that was the best when it comes to just canceling out the keyboard as well as with the computer. But let's dive in a little bit into the noise cancellation. Let's say I have it set to 1, so let's do a quick sound test to see if you guys can hear the fan or from the keyboard. And then talking in the middle of typing, see if you guys can hear that. And then let me just raise the sensitivity or the noise cancellation, bring it to the maximum, which is about 3. And now having it set to 3, this is how it sounds like right now as far as with me talking. And then that's how it sounded like when I wasn't talking. So let's see if you guys heard that audio. And then I just also want to see, as far as the polar pattern, omnidirectional picks up a whole 360. Private mode picks up what's in front of the actual monitor, which is always you, and cancels out the sides and the back. So if we set it to private mode, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below as far as how the audio quality sounds like with omnidirectional and private mode. And so now I have the noise cancellation, same thing, set to about 3. So if I were to just be typing, having that PC fan on, see how good it cancels it out. And then if I were to lower it to about 1, this is how it sounds like if I have it set to 1 with private mode enabled, and my sensitivity is staying the same, about 7. And it should be very similar results to the EX3210U that I reviewed a few months back. And then the major thing that I also want to do is see how it is when it comes to playing something from the actual speakers, and then how good that does when it comes to working with my voice and working with the speakers. And when the EX3210U wasn't that good when it came to that. So let's try this out. Alright, so now this is how it sounds like with it, and it should be kinda getting my voice, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me lower it a little bit. But this is how it sounds like at half volume, 25 out of 50. This is how it is when it comes to keyboarding, you know. That noise cancellation should be set to 3. Oh, it's set to 1. So let's bring it back to 3. This is how it sounds like when it comes to 3. I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. The music is pretty loud. I'm going to stop it right there. So the major issue when it came to the 3210U is when I was playing music or anything in the background or talking to my friends, when I'm hearing anything going on, it like suppresses my audio really low, makes it very difficult to hear, and it just sounded even worse as far as that goes when it came to the audio quality. So maybe, hopefully, they fix some of the issues with the EX2710U, since this is a few months newer. So hopefully they incorporate some new features, improve the software and the firmware as far as that goes when it comes to the microphone quality, and with that AI technology, and trying to cancel out as much as possible, whether it's the speakers coming from the actual monitor or the keyboard or the fan, or just improving the audio in general. Hopefully it has done something, but I'm going to listen back to it, and then we're going to see if it's been improved or not. But like I said, let me know down in the comments below on what you guys think about it, and let's move on. Now let's talk about the video quality. First, let's talk about the HDRi. There are 3 modes: Game HDRi, Cinema HDRi, and Display HDR. And for those of you guys that already know the deal, if you've seen one of my MOBIUZ monitor videos in the past, HDRi combines both HDR and Brightness Intelligence Plus to give you both the best colors, contrast, and details, so nothing is overexposed and too dark. You can see the detail in both the bright and dark areas and have vivid colors. Brightness Intelligence Plus automatically dims and brightens the screen depending on the environment by using the ambient light sensor, and you can see the icon on the bottom right when it's being used. Not only that, but the EX2710U has local dimming, which improves the contrast ratio in dark scenes by dimming the backlight zones. So let's take a look at some example footage and see how the HDR performs as well as the local dimming. My experience with this monitor has been amazing. Beautiful 4K resolution paired with a local dimming IPS panel, and since it's a 27-inch monitor, in my opinion, it seems sharper compared to the EX2710U, especially since it's going from 138 ppi to 163 ppi. But overall, playing fast-paced games like Call of Duty, Apex, you got that 1 millisecond response time with a refresh rate that could go up to 144Hz, 120Hz with console gaming. On top of that, you have an IPS panel with a high color accuracy, so if you're combining this with a low response time and a high refresh rate, you're getting everything that you want in a gaming monitor. This monitor is also AMD FreeSync Premium Pro certified and is also compatible with G-Sync, so you're taking all the benefits from your GPU. I've also come to really like the display quality for not just gaming, but also watching movies and shows. The colors and contrast looks great, and paired with an HDR and built-in speakers, this is a great choice to go with like as an all-purpose solution. So my overall thoughts on the EX2710U is this is the monitor that I've been waiting and asking for. Paired with the Xbox Series X and PS5, you take full advantage of the next-gen consoles. HDMI 2.1, this monitor supports variable refresh rate, and you can go up to 4K 120Hz at 1 millisecond response time. So for me personally, I believe that this is one of the best options to go with if you own a next-gen console or a gaming PC with an RTX 30 series graphics card. I personally like the appearance of the monitor. It's clean with small bezels, and I like the white backplate as well. It matches with the PS5 nicely, and I like that you could customize the RGB to 9 different colors along with up to 6 different effects, so you could get a good amount of flexibility to customize your monitor to match your setup. Playing games on the Xbox, PS5, and PC has been amazing. You really have nice colors and contrast when it comes to scenery games. On top of that, I'm able to take advantage of the high refresh rate and benefit from the high resolution. In my Xbox settings, the EX2710U supports everything minus Dolby Vision, which is great to see from a monitor. The same goes with the PS5. Now, I would like to mention that in order to enable the backlight control, aka local dimming on your console and PC, you have to disable the variable refresh rate, unfortunately, and G-Sync if you own a 30 series graphics card. I wish that was something that could stay enabled while using local dimming, maybe with a later model. Now, speaking of local dimming, after seeing some tests of having it on and off, you can easily tell that there is some light bleeding in the corners when it's disabled. But when you enable it, most of that is gone and all you see is a light coming from the bottom, traveling and moving with the subject like a ball, for example. And when it comes on one side, the other end of the monitor is completely black, and that helps so much with the contrast and colors, and seeing that when it comes to playing a game or watching a movie, you really get that quality that you normally get from a TV, and it's amazing to see on a monitor. monitor. Now this also has a 98% P3 color accuracy and supports HDR10, and again the colors and contrast looks amazing and don't disappoint with games that support HDR. This monitor and the EX2710U are the only Mobius monitors that support display HDR 600, but one new feature that I see that's on the EX2710U that's not on the 32-inch version is there is a peak brightness option in the settings, and what that means is that it allows users to reach a peak brightness in SDR mode, since people complained about the SDR brightness not being enough on previous models, so that guarantees that you will always get the max brightness. This however doesn't impact HDR brightness, only SDR, but I love that they added this feature. Now of course this monitor isn't perfect, no product is, and there are a couple of cons that I would like to address. The main one being the built-in noise cancelling microphone. It's still not that good, and I don't really see gamers using the microphone unless it's their last option, and after running multiple tests it doesn't sound clean at all, and my teammates have had a hard time hearing and understanding me. It gets even worse when you start to play a game and you're talking to your teammates because the noise cancellation is working even harder, trying not to catch the audio coming out of the speakers. It does a great job when it comes to cancelling the audio from the speakers or from the fans of my PC case and the clicking of my keyboard, but at the same time it makes my voice sound even worse. It just doesn't sound good, and I think that BenQ should stop investing so much time and resource towards something that I'm pretty positive most gamers will just have disabled. I've been having mine disabled on my 32-inch version and haven't had it on since, and I just don't see a use for it. The last thing that I want to mention is the local dimming. While it is amazing and has definitely improved the overall picture quality, it could definitely be improved, and the reason why I say this is because I believe that it's only an edge-lit local dimming, where you have the closest competitor that competes with the EX2710U, and that is Sony with their InZone M9 that has a full array local dimming, and there isn't much of a price difference, but at the same time there's more differences than just that. But I would have loved to see the EX2710U to have a full array local dimming. But there you guys have it. That is my review on the EX2710U. I seriously love this monitor, and it will be my main monitor from here on out for gaming, so I will definitely be putting this in my main setup because this is exactly what I've been waiting for. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, as well as everything will be linked down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you guys can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. As always, it's Tech HD. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!